Hi, I'm Carrie McClintock, and welcome to Ultimate Vocabulary. Congratulations on your decision to improve your vocabulary. You may not realize this, but in deciding to work towards improving your vocabulary, you have taken a major step towards improving your life. How? Besides the way you look and the way you carry yourself, you are continually being judged by others based on what you say. You know this is true because you probably do this yourself. I do it too. I know this one guy who thinks the F word is an adjective. No matter what he's talking about, whether it be a person, a place, a thing, an event, or something that happened to him, no sentence is complete without that nasty four-letter word. Is this the voice of an intelligent man? Absolutely not. He sounds ignorant. He sounds angry. He sounds boring and repetitive. And rather than attract the company of others, his vocabulary repels people. Unfortunately, he is very intelligent, but because of his vocabulary, people don't get a chance to find out. The first impression those who talk to him have is one of ignorance. But even someone who is viewed as a genius won't always be judged in the most favorable light if that person doesn't have a well-developed vocabulary to back up all that intelligence. The bottom line is this. A limited vocabulary will close many more doors than it will open. In these challenging times, few of us can afford to let this happen. No doubt there are those who subscribe to the belief that they simply don't care what others think. And in some situations, this way of thinking is okay. But when you're competing with hundreds of other job applicants, or you're asked to give a presentation in hopes of being awarded a sizable contract, or you're looking for people to invest in what you're certain is the greatest invention of all time, your vocabulary counts. Need more proof that a well-developed vocabulary can bring about major improvements in your life? Here it is. Number 1, studying vocabulary will help boost your comprehension. This really is a no-brainer. The more words you know, the more words you comprehend. How much more? Estimates vary, but some suggest the boost in comprehension that you'll derive by improving your vocabulary can be as high as 80%. That's huge. Believe it or not, one of the most effective ways to improve your vocabulary is by using the UltimateVocabDRAFT software. Just 10 minutes a day for 1 month is all it takes to build a powerful vocabulary that will boost your success to new levels. We know that improving your vocabulary is the most important investment you can make in yourself. We also know that the average adult only learns about 25 new words per year. With Ultimate Vocabulary, you'll easily learn between 4 and 14 new words per day. That's a 200-fold boost that will pay instant dividends to your career, your life, and your school success. We know this is true because our customers tell us it's true. They tell us that after using the Ultimate Vocabulary software, they've noticed improvements in how they conduct themselves in business meetings. They've noticed improvements in their comprehension and writing skills. And they've noticed that they speak more clearly and confidently. Many of them have even recommended Ultimate Vocabulary to their children and their coworkers because they found it to be an easy and fun way to learn vocabulary. Ultimate Vocabulary also costs less than many of the other vocabulary building tools on the market today, and it's definitely less expensive than hiring a tutor to help you learn. Number 2, studying vocabulary will enhance your ability to communicate. The more words you know and are comfortable using, the better your ability to communicate, both verbally and in writing. With a rich vocabulary, you can zero in on the precise word to be used to convey the meaning of what you're trying to say. No more stammering, no more stuttering, no more wasting time reaching for the thesaurus. You'll no longer do any of this because the words you need to communicate effectively are within reach and waiting to be used. If you think I'm kidding, try this simple test. Next time you're out, put on your listening ears and pay close attention to the conversations taking place around you. As you listen, chances are you'll notice that some individuals seldom stop talking due to a lack of a word. These are the people with rich vocabularies. You'll probably also notice many more individuals who have an annoying habit of sprinkling unnecessary words or phrases such as, you know, or like in every sentence. Or they fill every brief pause with or usually without even realizing that they're doing it. When somebody communicates using too many unnecessary words, sounds, or phrases like the ones listed above, or spends too much time fumbling over a description in search of a word, it usually means that he or she lacks an adequate vocabulary. Nobody should ever use more words if they can do with less. Now ask yourself this: which person would you rather be? Number 3, studying vocabulary will help shape the way you think. Our words are the tools we use to help us do things like evaluate, analyze, infer, and reason. When someone has a solid understanding of when and how to use the various components of grammar, components like nouns, verbs, and adjectives, he or she is better able to turn those thoughts into verbal and written messages that other people can understand more easily and more clearly. The reason so many people aren't able to express themselves clearly isn't always because they've drawn a blank or because the word they want is on the tip of their tongue. More likely, it's because they don't have a rich enough vocabulary. What they're searching for is a more efficient word to convey their thoughts. Problem is, that word usually isn't available because the person hasn't learned it at all or hasn't learned it enough to be able to recall it at the appropriate time. Number 4. Studying vocabulary will help you improve achievement. By this, I mean improvement on the various achievement tests students are required to take to get into college. Like it or not, studies show that the students who have a greater mastery of vocabulary, meaning that their vocabulary is larger, richer, and more diverse, typically score higher on the achievement tests they take than students whose vocabularies are smaller. Like a good instructor, I've saved the best for last, and that is number 5. Studying vocabulary will help you earn more money and progress more successfully in your career. It's true. Studies have shown that people who have a superior vocabulary earn more money. Earl Nightingale illustrated this well-established fact with his analysis of college graduates who took a vocabulary test. After the test, their career and earning levels were tracked over a 20-year period to see if there was any link between their word power and their earning power. The link that Nightingale found was in fact so significant that he said, in every case, without a single exception, that those who had scored highest on the vocabulary tests given in college were in the top income group, while those who had scored the lowest were in the bottom income group. That study and many more recent ones prove beyond a doubt that if you have a killer vocabulary, you will be more successful in your career and you will earn more money. Executive level managers have better vocabulary than middle managers, and CEOs generally have a better vocabulary than executives. That doesn't happen by accident or by chance. The foundation of all learning is words. Words are needed to establish meaning in what is written. Words allow us to think and to express our ideas. We need to understand words so that we can read, write, speak, and even listen. That's why I congratulated you at the beginning of this workshop for taking your first important step towards improving yourself and your life. By the time you're finished with this workshop, you too will have an opportunity to join the ranks of those with more knowledge, better comprehension skills, higher achievement, and higher income. You'll derive even more benefits from using Ultimate Vocabulary to improve your vocabulary, and I'll talk about them in the next workshop.